Whoa, wait. What, is that a bone? What is that? Wait a minute. Oh, Gary, look. So this is the shoe of a burro. Probably a Spaniard's burro, but look how tiny that is. That's not a horse.
Totally.
Look at that.
This is totally a Spanish burro or mule shoe.
Go.
So today we are heading up this canyon to where there is an old spring, which we're hoping leads to some old silver and gold mines that the Spanish used to mine back in the early 1800s.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. This is crazy historic. We're not far from the old Spanish Trail. And there were a lot of mines back in the early 1800s that the Spaniards who controlled this territory, well, the native peoples controlled that the Spaniards were here cruising through, hunting for gold and silver. And they found it. And they packed gold and silver out of these places, these mines that they found on burros in these canyons. There's a cherry stem network of canyons all over the place. And because we figured out where this one spring is up here, we're not going to name it, but we have a good idea that we might find something.
Hoping that we find something.
I'd love to find anything.
Anything, yes.
Anything that says that's, you know, from the 1820s or 1830s, and it's Spaniard, and they built it, and they left it.
And they were here. Like, we want to know that, yes, they were in this spot. That's
so cool.
what the exciting part is.
Yeah, I mean, they were tough. And a lot of times, the native peoples weren't too happy with them being here. Yeah. And I get it. I 100% get it. So a lot of times what would happen is the Spaniards would go up in these canyons, they'd be mining, and they'd get attacked by the first peoples, the indigenous peoples. And the burros would scatter. And a lot of times they would have silver bars and sometimes gold on the backs of these burros, and they would scatter up in these canyons, and it would drop off. And every once in a while, and this is truth, every once in a while, somebody will find an old Spanish bar up in one of these canyons from one of those burros as it was racing out of that canyon. So,
hey, maybe we could find an old Spanish bar.
Wow. Let's get going.
Let's get going.
All right.
Wow, check this out. Look at what we found. This looks like an old Spanish well. I mean, look at the way the rocks are placed. What do you think, Gary?
Oh, I think it's for sure an old Spanish well from the early 1800s. The rocks are super eroded. That's well over 150 years of erosion. It's dry. Yeah. And there's a spring, an old dried up spring over there. So I think we are absolutely on the right track. I think the spring that we're looking for up this canyon where the Spaniards may have been mining gold and silver, I think this is it. I think this is a great sign. What do you think?
I think we need to go move in and find the trail.
Right. I'll get some pictures of this on the way back, but let's get up that canyon.
Okay. I am hot and I am tired, and this hat is leather. So my head is boiling. But you know what? It is like helping keep the sun out of my face, which is nice. But yeah, I think we still have another like mile and a half to go. And it's probably close to 80 degrees right now. And it's winter time. Wow. Okay. All right. Have one more swig. Heading out. Cheers.
Hey, check this out.
Oh, wow. What is that?
Old shelter.
Oh, wow. Holy cow. Oh, that's an, look at that. Is that smoke?
Yeah, so the ceiling in here, definitely. The ceiling in here's got black soot. See all that black soot up in there?
Oh, yeah.
Lot of fires.
Yeah.
I would say most likely a lot of the ancient people.
Yeah.
The ancient Native Americans, and then of course probably prospectors and maybe cowboys or whatever later.
Wow.
But definitely,
oh yeah, look at that.
Absolutely 100%. That's black soot from fires, and
Yeah.
you should look on the ground, see if there's any lithic flakes or anything.
Whoa, wait. What, is that a bone? What is that? Wait a minute. Gary, look. So this is the shoe of a burro. Probably a Spaniard's burro, but look how tiny that is. That's not a horse.
Totally.
Look at that.
This is totally a Spanish burro or mule shoe. Look at how little this thing is.
Look how cute.
We are definitely in the right spot.
Oh, let me give him a kiss.
But hey, look. Today is your lucky day.
Oh, yay.
Right?
So let's find the silver.
Well, I think the springs where there could be like a mine shaft, or maybe they were working it up here. We don't know for sure, but that is freaking awesome.
Actually, I do love the silver, but this to me is probably even cooler than finding silver.
Super
because
cool.
Is this a rare find?
Oh, extremely. Are you kidding me? Look at this.
Yay.
Look at how little it is.
It's so little.
So that's for
oh my gosh.
Scale.
Oh.
Wow, that's cool. Wow. You've got a treasure right
there.
Yay. So we found a bunch of piles of rocks where there was some kind of a structure here. There's some over there as well. So there was an encampment here of some kind, so we're definitely on the right path. Oh my God, this is awesome. Look. They left their pot on the fire. Obviously, this is not Spanish. Obviously, this is probably early 1900s, 1907, something like that. But look at this. That was milk. They left their little pot. Sardines. They left their stuff on this little makeshift shelf.
Okay, so we've been walking for hours and hours. It was really hot before, and then it got really chilly. I should have brought like a heavier jacket, but I didn't. Anyway, we didn't find the spring.
You know, sometimes these things happen. Of the thousands of days in the wilderness hunting for things we've had, you have days where you can't find it, and maybe it's dried up, maybe we walked right over the top of it. We have no idea, but it's getting dark. It's getting cold. We have many miles to hike back, so we're not going to call it a failure, but we didn't make it. We didn't find the spring, although we found a few cool things along the way. Right?
Oh, are you kidding? Just finding that little, the burro shoe. Awesome. But we are going to camp for the night, and we'll see how we feel in the morning. And if we feel like heading on out again to find it, then that's what we'll do, because we don't give up.
No, we don't. We punish ourselves.
Oh, yes, we do. Every single day. We were not able to make it to the spot we wanted to get to yesterday. So we spent the night. We camped out. Yes, I camped out. I'll show you that another time. Because that in itself is a whole nother video. Uh, so Gary, explain what we're gonna do today.
So because we couldn't find it last night, there were a bunch of cherry stem canyons all over. We kept checking out and hiking up into these things, and it was very rugged, which chewed up a lot of our time, and it got dark. And we knew we were going to be hiking back the miles and miles and miles, partially in the dark, but we didn't want to do the whole thing in the dark. So we gave up, but we never completely give up, right?
Oh no, we do not give up. If there's something we're trying to find, we find it.
Right. And I'm really sure we're on the right
Yeah.
track because Tabitha found that golden gem, that lucky burrow shoe, and that's definitely a burrow shoe from the early 1800s. It is Spanish in style. So they were here, so we'd like to find the old spring. I did see last night on Google Earth what looked like the tops of palm trees. So
Mm.
that would tell me that's where the spring is, especially being how dry, arid, and desolate it is out here. So that's gotta be where the old spring was. And I'm pretty sure maybe there were some mine works. At least we'd like to find some evidence that the Spaniards were up here mining for gold and silver. So with that said, shall we?
Yeah, we shall. Let me put some bug spray on because there's a lot of flies right now. And it is hot. Today is like 82, 83. Sorry. And there's all these little buzzers everywhere. So I just don't want them to annoy me because we know how I feel about that. Uh, anyway, so yeah, let's do this.
Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, this is really cool. Look what we found just now. This is an old stone structure. Don't know how old this is, but this could be Spanish. And there's obviously a dwelling here, so we must be close to the spring. Let's go on in and take a look. Inside here. Hopefully no snakes. Ah, there's where the fireplace was. Check this out. Is that not super cool?
Wow, look at that.
What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, something was going on.
Well, I think based upon the construction, this is crazy old.
Yeah.
So super, super, super old. So we'll go over to the spring there. That's got to be the spring. See the palms?
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, seriously. So
Right.
that's where the spring is. So we'll go over there in a second. But this is super cool, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. So Gary's out hunting for some water, and I am going to chill out and catch some rays. It's a beautiful day, and when that breeze kicks in, it's even better. So yeah, I'm just gonna soak up the sun.
Boy, this is a mess. There's got to be water in here somewhere, right? Or not. Maybe the reason there's so much dead material is the spring is dried up. This is crazy. Look at this. It's like a maze in here. So cool. It is dry. It is incredibly dry in here. So maybe, just maybe, there's no water. It's all dry.
So I've got some good news and I've got some not so good news. We'll start with the not so good news. The not so good news is that, unfortunately, we did not find the mine. We didn't. The good news is we did find a super old Native American shelter, as well as, oh yeah, this little guy. My little burrow shoe. Mwah. Sorry, I'm getting bit. Oh no. Okay, that's my cue to head out. So, thank you for joining us on this adventure of Tabitha Stevens, the wildlife. Stay wild, everyone. Oh.
The bugs attack! The bugs attack! Run!